What's going on, guys? It's T90 Official, and we have a Yinghua and Yo game from a couple days ago, and I'm glad to bring you the next game here today on the stream. Quick shout out to MBL for hosting me, and everyone else for stopping by today. Thank you so much. If you're new to the channel, welcome. So anyway, it's an Aztecs war, and these guys played some games recently in the Nations Cup, and were so strong, so strong. It was almost really frustrating because they were so strong. And I think we just wanted more games, but China didn't not allow it at all. And we'll see how it goes, won't we? But anyway, it's an Aztecs War in Arena, and these guys actually played 6 games, and there was a lot of variety in the games. I did a Nomad game the other day, and I think it was Vikings, and I might have done another. I think it was Spanish Arabia, and well, we have the other ones available, but this one here is a. This one here is obviously Arabia Aztecs, which is actually fairly common. Fairly common. So I'm not sure if it was random, team random, but we'll see. So anyway, let's take a quick look at the maps here. I'm liking the fact that it's probably, well, look at that. I cannot read that. There's actually a R there. Is that actually a Chinese is that like a Chinese symbol that people use when they write things? I'm not sure. But anyway, is that a Chinese letter? I guess that's that's what it's called. But like that's what we write. No, let's not focus on that. But anyway, let's take a quick look at the maps. I assume it's a dry Arabia, and I get hung up on things too much, and it's bad. So it's a dry Arabia. I was gonna say I assume it's a dry Arabia SY, and I guess we'll never know. So taking a quick look at the maps, they're not too bad because it is dry Arabia. There's no little ponds, and I'm liking that. It leads to better games. It really does. I'm liking this backwood line for Yinghua. Very nice. His gold isn't the worst. The only thing I really notice is that he's kind of in a crater here. So if crossbows come in, and they will eventually come in the next stage, you know, any archers that come in are going to be firing downhill. So he's going to have to really secure his land, and also where he's going to put his TCs, not going to be the best. He's going to be kind of cramped, right? And that's not really the best situation for him. He's going to have to make the most of his fights early on. Now, for Yo, well, not the worst for him. He doesn't have any backwood. That's not the biggest deal. And, you know, his gold's on the front, but he could easily TC that. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually built his military buildings out here to secure that gold. But it's relatively flat for him, and he's not going to be fighting uphill unless he fights up in these areas here. So, decent maps. I can't say that any of these guys are really unfortunate with their maps, which is all really nice to see. Look at that, actually. The one villager's kind of caught there, which is going to be not the best for Yo because, of course, he's going to need that villager to be collecting resources to get out the barracks and everything. A little bit of a deer lore here from Yinghua. Very nice to utilize a scout. If I could have a mod delete that link, that'd be fantastic in the chat. And yeah, it looks like right now, bring in the sheep as well, is Yo. Starting a little bit of a house wall as well. And if he can secure this wall here, that's fine. But I still think if he walls it to here, if he walls it to here, it's going to be a problem, right? Because these crossbows are going to fire over top. So we'll see how this goes. Of course, the militia are going to come over, and I enjoy Aztec Wars an awful lot. A lot of people don't like Aztec Wars. A lot of people do not enjoy probably things that are seen a lot, like Vikings with some water, actually. But I enjoy them because, you know, it's where things are very technical. They have to be performed to maximum effect, and that's very much the same in all games, right? In all games and in all situations. But, you know, build orders just that much more specific. The drush is so very important. All that little micro is very important. And, you know, with those games and those maps where the best civs are played, it's just really nice and fun to watch, in my opinion. So we'll see. I actually didn't know this was an Aztecs War before I cast it. I just knew it was an Arabia War, and we'll see how it plays out. Now, paying attention to the walls over on this side for Yinghua. Decent walls. Decent walls. You know, unfortunately, it's still on that hill for him, and I think the hill's going to be an issue. He also walled across here as well. Villager's going to meet him. but he's probably gonna, or a wolf's gonna meet the villager, and I think he'll get that up. I didn't see any other villagers over there. Now, if you pay attention to what Yo's doing, he actually has already clicked up to the next stage, and with that, that leads me to believe he's going to be going aggressive with possibly some. Oh wow, look at that! Look at that quick wall there on the scout! Yo, wow, that's so smart. Of course he's gonna want the quick wall on his gold anyway, but he quick walled the scout in and killed it. That's really huge because of course the eagle's going to be wanted for the fight and the scouting for Yinghua. That was so cool. That was so cool, and I wasn't focusing on that the entire time because I wanted to say that Yo's gonna be going man-at-arms most likely. He's also sending these villagers across. They haven't done anything quite yet, but I'm going to assume they're going super aggressive. And have we seen the man-at-arms upgrade come in? Nothing quite yet. And more quick walling. One thing I will say from Yo, I think he's one of the best quick wallers. Like I see a lot of quick walling from a lot of players, but I think Yo is probably the. He just never makes mistakes with it. He's just always so good. The militia now, they're going to turn into man-at-arms and they're going to run across. Because he's just so good at quick walling, he doesn't even need to address his 5 militia drush here. And we'll see how it plays out with his attack on the front. Now, I will speed up a little bit. I apologize, it was a little slow. But I needed to address all the brilliance here on the front here. That villager could have gone down as well. But he timed that to perfection, didn't he? He's got a tower here, which leads me to believe he's going to use that tower for basically cover when he's trying to bust down these walls. Now, if counter towers are needed to come in from Yinghua, he does have some stone from back here. And we'll see. Of course, Yinghua is probably going to see that's right next to the house, and he does have some visibility there. He hasn't clicked up to the next stage just yet, and he's already going over to, or gotten to the next stage just yet. He's already going over to stone now, so he knows the trouble's coming in, and he hasn't done anything with these units, and that's really bad. You wonder if he'd bring it back. I think at this point it's better used offensively, because the problem is he brings it back now there's a tower. So I like what Yo's doing. He's putting the pressure on. He's kind of throwing the towel at this. Yinghua's not going to be able to try and get up to the next stage and see crossbows. So, for people saying in the chat, not singling anyone out, of course, is just an example. For anybody thinking when they saw this game, of course, that even didn't say it, oh, another Aztecs war, it's not always the same. Here we go, having to get stone here, Yinghua, and where's he going to place the tower? I'm going to assume he's going to place it right in here to secure the stone and the gold and force everything else into his TC, but we'll see where it goes. I think he needs to get it up, and he can't get it up because he's not yet in the next age, and that's really, really huge because he's going to have to run. And does he have enough stone? Does he have enough stone to get the 2 towers up? I think he just does. Actually, he's 5 stone behind. We'll see. He's going to get it back here on this gold, which just means he's going to secure another gold, which is good. Of course, Yo's going to come in, get this tower up, and, you know, we'll see. He's going to try and push in through this palisade. Yinghua's going to need to quick wall behind that, but he's going to be able to get it all up. I'm not sure because that tower's going to be there as well. Back on this side, still, militia doing absolutely nothing. And, you know, this farmland is absolutely huge that it's denying as well. Keep that in mind. That's 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 farms. It's like half the farms that Yinghua can't use. And this is just really big. Now, back at home, on stone, I assume. Yep, early stone from Yo, and that's kind of expected. And look at this, Yinghua's like, oh wow, I need to stop this. So he's got to bring back his militia, and we'll see what he can do because he's low. Oh wow, look at this. Actually, he's not low on resources. I assumed he was spending. Or at least he wasn't going to be close to getting up to the next stage. But he actually, not too far off, and I think he's going to click right up and just wall. And that means Yo needs to do even more damage. Somehow he got the food. I don't know how he did that. He must have been set before the pressure came in. Oh, but wow, Yo's going to run in there, take an unnecessary hit from the TC. And one villager going down, possibly to the tower there as well. And I think he's just going to delete those farms. And you know, I'm liking Yo's approach right now, but, you know, with access to gold here for Yinghua, it's going to be important that Yo does the damage. He doesn't want crossbows to come out and start picking off this forward attack. And also, of course, to be going back on his side, picking off his gold miners. And I think Yo's going to have to get some defensive towers up soon. This pressure is going to continue coming in from Yo. Look, Yinghua, what can he see? Well, he does have enough stone. We did see this one villager out here collecting stone, run into this mining camp. He does have enough stone for another tower, but that's actually really huge, guys. That's actually really huge because check this out. He's going to put a tower here, but he's not going to be able to stop this one here because he doesn't have enough for 2 of them. And so we're going to have, yeah, you are now a mod. But we're going to have this tower here, and it's possibly going to reach these gold villagers. And that's not good because that gold's needed for the crossbows. Of course, we're probably seeing some archers created here, and fletching's coming in here. I feel like that tower was a little too early, and possibly just walling behind would have been the better choice for Yinghua. Can it reach, though? Well, notice the blacksmith coming up from Yo. He wants that extra range, and once he gets the extra range, it might be able to reach. Of course, Yinghua can't really attack this tower. There are some militia man-at-arms here. And look at Yo. He's being so incredibly aggressive right now with his villagers. He's going to build a house here. He's going to run his units in here at the tower. And he could almost afford another tower as well right here. And that would be really good because he could quick wall the tower in. I think he's just going to do that. He has to be careful his villagers aren't in range. Back on this side, he's in trouble, though. He has to choose where he puts the tower because he might want it defensively as well. This is quite crazy. Quite nuts. I'm not sure what to make of it. He's actually going to take this tower out. That's really bad. Yinghua shouldn't have allowed that to happen. But back on this side, Yinghua is having a little bit of a victory here. He's forcing Yo off this gold and off this wood. And I'm liking it. We don't have, very many resources for Yinghua to get +2. And look at Yo's resources. He's very far away from the next stage. That villager's caught in there, and he's not. You know what? Unless his palisades are deleted, they're going to be right in the swords of... Oh, wow, there wasn't a palisade behind. Okay, I was going to say, those villagers are probably going to die as well. Unless it was... Oh, there was a palisade there. It was deleted. So very nice from Yinghua to save his vills. But yeah, Yo is he's up against it on this side. He's done the damage here. I'm wondering if there's any other gold for Yinghua to collect. He needs to keep this push going. And it looks like he's going to send villagers out here. Where's he going? Yeah, he's going to go to this gold. And look at this game. It's like all over the place. They're all over each other's bases right now. And the Vill could go down trying to build this tower. A little bit of nice micro there from Yo on that Vill to run it sideways. And it looks like that tower is going to secure that wood line for now. Nice micro here. Those Vills going to be saved. And look at that. That's not good for Yo either. Yo needs to get up. He's secured all this area. This stone, basically all of the stone and gold on Yinghua's side of the map. But with Yinghua up to Castle Age, guys, this could be bad for Yo. As he needs to get up. He's forcing making some skirms in defense. Of course, with no +2 for Yinghua, he could defend for now with proper micro. But the siege workshop for Yinghua is going to be absolutely huge. He could absolutely wreck. And we'll see how it goes. I think Yo might be up against it, though he is a little ahead in villager count. He could be up against it. Of course, he's 6 vills ahead, right? But once he clicks up to the Castle Age, Yinghua, he's going to be able to continue to produce villagers. He's already Castle Age, and Yo's not going to be able to because he's going to be on his way up to the Castle Age and having that research there. So I think that Yinghua's in a great position here. And with the Maganel, a Scorpion coming out, okay. Yinghua's in a good position. But look at this from Yo. That's so good. And Yinghua hasn't seen it, or if he did see it, he can't really do anything. He has these units here. And he's getting pushed off this gold again. Yo, so strong right now with these towers. He's making the most of not being up to the next stage. And getting a villagers, he's going to get 2. Of course, he can run to this tower back here. Didn't get 2, but he weakened 1. And that is so awesome. Like, when you're in that position, you just think you just have to defend. But Yo actually taking the action in trying to push him off gold again. And I wonder if he could tower this one. If that'd be... He's actually going to put another tower up here. As he clicks up to the Castle Age, that's absolutely huge, guys. It's absolutely huge. And that is really impressive. Really impressive stuff. And we're going to have to see Yinghua try and stop this. Yinghua's going to try and push out, and he's running uphill, though. And, of course, he's going to try and push out to this resource next, and we'll see. So, you know, with that tower there, I think it'll just be in range. I think Yinghua could possibly collect from these pieces of gold, but it's just a really bad position, to be honest with you. At what's the choice going to be from Yo? It looks like right now he's getting scale mail armor, and he's building a couple barracks. So, leads me to believe, well, he's definitely going Eagles. So, decent choice. It's going to have to pay off for him early, I think. We shall see how it goes. Now, this positioning for Yo, really nice. I mean, if he can get a TC up here early as well, that's going to even secure that position even more if any rams start coming in, of course, which should probably happen at some point. Now, what's really important right now is that Yinghua has no access to gold. He's not really... Oh, he found some out here, so that scouting was really good. Okay, so he'll be fine for now. That's nice to see, actually. And Yo has seemed to secure himself some resources again. Keep in mind, this is pretty much all he has, this gold here. He seems to have delayed Yinghua with this tower, but it looks as though this tower's going to go down now. He's pushing in with these skirms. I'm not sure what he's really doing. Maybe a little bit of scouting, as he's not going to really need those or want those. I'm not sure. Does it look to you guys like this eagle's trying to get in that tower? I think the eagle really wants in that tower. He keeps trying to jump in there, but it's not working out. That was bothering me earlier. T90 things, hashtag T90 things. And so anyway, we have the eagles coming out, and are getting the +2 defense on it now. And so the +2 defense comes in, and that's bothering the crap out of me. And how many eagles are we going to have? Well, we're going to have about 6 of them pretty shortly. And I'm not quite sure where the army is for Yinghua. And, well, it's right here, but eagles could definitely clean that up. Definitely. And 2 TCs are ready for Yo. And he's actually only 1 build behind right now. Yinghua, you know, he's used a lot of stone. He's actually can't collect here or here. And can he collect stone anywhere else? Because, of course, he's going to need it to get the other town centers up. He doesn't have a second town center up, and that's a problem. And he's also, these villas are getting picked off as well. Not good. I think Yo's actually doing a really significant job right now. These eagles are going to clean up, and he's going to have his eco stronger as well. And eagles are going to keep pumping out, you would assume. And we'll see how this plays out. I mean, that ram's going to go down as well, and you know, unfortunately, the mill went down. And looks like 1 vill did go down. Potentially 2 vills went down there. Yinghua is sending his crossbows over. But the problem is now is that Yo has the, he sees that. He sees that the gold is there, and that's just one more place that he can push. What do we have in the... Well, we have 2 mangonels here, and a mangonel here, so it looks like Yinghua is really just trying to push in his age. But I don't think mangonels are really the unit choice right now for Yinghua, because of course eagles can take them out pretty quickly. Mangonels aren't really the best for killing eagles, and I think Yinghua is a bit up against it now. He of course has these mangonels here. It looks like he's trying to gain this location back, and he's losing 1 to these man-at-arms. I don't think he'll lose the last one here. And wow, guys. You know, this TC did go up here for Yo. I kind of missed that, but it's really nice positioning. I mean, it's just gonna, if anything, if it does go down, delay Yinghua from all this nice space a little bit more. And what did I say? These eagles are gonna come over here and deny this gold. Not gonna deny the TC, it looks like, but they could go over here to all those villagers there, and it looks like Yo has kind of secured some more space, and Yo now 11 villagers ahead. So Yo's going to chase down with these eagles. The thing is, Castle Age eagles are kind of crap, right? So they have to do the damage early on. But he's gained himself some ground control back for sure. You know, they're going to go down, and they are going down. And it's going to be hard to get up to Imp pretty quickly because he's spending all those resources on food and gold. But he's just gained that ground back, and I think that was a good choice. I'm not sure if he should stick with the eagles for too long, but look at this. He's being quick. He's killing off the vills, and you know, I don't think Yinghua is really staying up with him right now with the military production, and he can't follow these Eagles around. The Eagles are just being too quick, and we shall see how this goes, right? So, back on this side, the Eagles are killing the fills. Killing the fills everywhere. Another one? Yep, one more goes down. One more? Not quite, not quite. And I'm liking the fact that Yo's piling the pressure on. Do we still have that Magano there? Oh, I'm sorry. There we go. Yeah, not really doing all that much, is it? And, you know, look at that. These crossbows, not addressing these Eagles. And Yinghua is going to try and push in. It might just be a fight that Yinghua could win. But with the Siege Workshop there, it's actually a battering ram coming out. But I think Yo's going to be completely fine with a couple Eagles, more Eagles coming out. This tower is really posing a huge problem. It looks like an Eagle finally got in to a tower. And, you know, Yinghua wants his space back, but he's really down in economy. He needs a real punch back, but he can't do it. He's going to lose another Mangonel. Is he going to lose both of them? This is just playing right into Yo's hand with these Eagles, with these Mangonels. And, you know, I think Yo is just real confident right now with his Eagle choice. And, you know, looks like that ram's going to go down, and Yinghua's going to get some villager kills here. These villagers don't go into the TC, and it looks like they will just in time. But I haven't seen Yinghua really do all that significant damage to push back into Yo, and that's a problem. And mainly, it's because he doesn't have access to any of the golds. We have, he was on this gold, doesn't have it anymore. He was on this gold, doesn't have it anymore. And all his gold at home, there's a castle going up. This Mangonel is going down, and a Mangonel is coming in from Yo as well. I don't think he's going to need it because the Eagles are there. This castle tried to go up from Yo. The tower's there. Is it going to go up? I think it's going to be just in time. And yeah, it's going to go up. And that's just about it. Yep, just about it, because gold, and a couple stones there as well. And Yinghua calls it. Map positioning is so darn important. And, you know, Yinghua had a good push there, and I think Yo, like, with that tower there, it's a good example. He was behind at that point in the game, but he got a little bit more positioning back to save him some time, push Yinghua off gold. And Yo, I'm sure if we check the achievements right now, don't mind everything in the background there. His economy, he actually didn't, I was way wrong. He actually didn't collect as much gold. But just the map position was overall really huge. And so I really enjoyed that game. It was really aggressive and a nice fight from all these players. And thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching that one. That was a fun one. And we'll see you in the next game.